This is Michael Hale from Red Zone Radio, and we have breaking news coming in this morning. Multiple emergency bulletins are being issued about what authorities are calling unexplained industrial accidents, reports of structural damage, and, listen, unusual biological contamination. I'm not saying that to spook you. I'm reading exactly what's on the wire in front of me.
Okay, so this isn't a traffic pileup. This isn't a boiler explosion. This is biological contamination is not a normal phrase for a Tuesday morning.
No, it isn't. And before anybody jumps to the wild stuff, we don't have anything official beyond those words. We don't. We've got fragments. We've got scattered calls. We've got a couple early reports that don't match up clean.
Mike, where's the first location?
Initial mention here, a Brooklyn subway station. Maintenance crew found unconscious. Strange odor noted. That's the phrasing, strange odor. And then another line, structural damage in the same area. Unclear if related.
Skeptical. Unconscious maintenance crew could be a gas leak. That's not unheard of in underground spaces.
That's where my head goes too. Gas, chemical spill, some kind of industrial situation. It's early, it's cold out. People run generators, people run heaters, stuff happens.
But biological contamination, that's the part that's grabbing me.
Same, and we're not going to pretend we know what it means. We'll tell you what we hear, we'll tell you what we can verify, and we'll stay inside reality. That's the deal.
We're already getting messages from listeners, people saying they woke up to sirens, they smelled something weird near industrial blocks. Some folks are posting online about noises, not sirens, noises in apartment buildings near industrial areas.
People hear noises in New York every night.
I know, but the volume of messages is higher than normal. It's not one person saying my building creaks. It's a bunch of people saying something moved in the walls, something hit the pipes, I heard scratching, and those are their words, not mine.
Scratching in the walls could be rats.
We are not starting the morning with rat talk.
I'm not trying to be funny, I'm trying to keep it anchored, because people are going to spin stories fast, and we do not need that.
Okay, what about the Brooklyn station? Do we have a name?
Not yet. Brooklyn Station. That's all I've got on the wire. It's an early dump. No details, just a flag. And then I've got a separate mention from a police channel snippet. Officers responding to structural damage at an abandoned warehouse in Red Hook.
Red Hook warehouse damage and a Brooklyn subway maintenance crew found unconscious. Those could be unrelated, or they could be the same thing spreading underground.
Or it's just New York being New York before sunrise.
Mike, you're going to say that, and then in an hour we'll be reading that 3 more places have it.
Maybe. That's why we're on air.
We're also seeing scattered posts online, people sharing shaky clips, blurry stuff from basements and hallways. I'm not going to describe it like it's a monster movie, I'm not doing that. But the common theme is something moving fast and weird noises.
And weird noises becomes it's a creature in about 30 seconds on the internet.
I'm not saying creature, I'm saying what people are writing. They're writing fast and wrong and not normal. That's what they're writing.
All right, we're going to go to the phones because I'd rather hear from a person than a rumor chain. Producer's telling me we've got a caller who says he's looking at hazmat teams right now. Name is Derek. Derek, you're on Red Zone.
Derek, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm on the sidewalk in Lower Manhattan, and I can't get into my building. They're blocking the entrance.
Slow down. What building, Derek?
Office building. I'm not saying the company name on air, but it's right near... Look, it's Lower Manhattan. There are I counted maybe 20 guys in these suits. Not like masks, like full suits. They've got trucks, they've got these cases, and they're not letting anybody in.
Did they say why?
That's the thing. They won't say anything. They're just telling people to step back. One guy said, "Go home," like real short, like he was mad at me for even asking.
Do you smell anything? Anything unusual?
Yeah, I do. It smells like, I don't know how to explain it. It's sharp, like chemicals, like when you clean something with something too strong and it hits the back of your throat.
Anyone coughing? Anyone sick around you?
People are just scaring. Some folks are backing away. I saw one woman put her shirt over her face, but nobody's dropping in the street or anything.
Okay. Derek, listen, we don't know what it is. It could be a spill, could be a leak, could be something contained inside the building. But if they're telling you to go home, go home. Don't stand there watching it like it's a parade.
I'm just trying to go to work.
I get it. I do. But if hazmat is there and they're blocking entry, work is not happening. I want you out of that area, okay?
Yeah, okay. I'm walking now. I'm walking away.
Good. And if you see anything else, people fainting, people getting hurt, call back. But don't put yourself in the middle of it.
Yeah, okay.
All right. Derek, thank you.
That's Lower Manhattan, hazmat presence, unspecified reason, strange smell. That lines up with industrial accident more than anything else.
Unless it doesn't. Mike, what if it's not chemicals? What if it's something like, I don't know, something biological?
If it's biological, they'd be telling people to mask up, and they'd be locking down harder than a couple guys at a doorway. The fact that Derek's standing there talking to us tells me it's not a full containment event.
Or they don't know what it is yet.
That's fair.
Texts from listeners are coming in fast, and I'm going to read one because it's how people are coping. Somebody wrote, New York rats finally evolving? Somebody else wrote, I'm not going underground today, nope. Somebody else wrote, MTA about to blame this on leaves.
Okay, people joke, but keep it grounded. If you're listening, don't go chasing sirens. Don't go down into basements to investigate weird smells. Don't be a hero for a story.
Here's something that is not a joke. We've got a news update that 3 hospitals in different boroughs reported patients with unusual chemical burns.
3 hospitals, different boroughs. That's not one spill. That's not one boiler explosion.
It says unusual chemical burns, holes in clothing in 2 cases, and irritation to eyes and throat reported by some staff. Again, early reporting, we do not have names, but it's 3 locations, not 1.
That's shifting the needle.
Yeah.
And then we've got that police scanner mentioned structural damage at an abandoned warehouse in Red Hook. Maybe unrelated, maybe not, but structural damage keeps popping up. That's the phrase.
Structural damage plus chemical burns. If something corrosive is involved, that could explain both.
Like an industrial acid spill.
But where? Across 3 borough hospitals? That's what's bothering me.
We need to keep a timeline. It's 6:14 a.m. We're in the first quarter hour of this hour. People are going to hear us, and they're going to panic if we sound like we're panicking.
I'm not panicking.
I know you're not. I'm talking to myself, too.
More messages. Someone in Queens says they saw a maintenance truck near a sewer access point with 2 cops standing over it like they didn't want anyone close. Someone else in Brooklyn says the subway entrance by them has tape up and a police car idling.
Tape goes up for anything. People see tape and assume the worst.
Mike, it's not just tape, it's the pattern. It's underground access points, subway, sewer, basements, warehouses.
Or it's just where New York hides its infrastructure problems.
You keep trying to shrug this into normal.
I'm trying to keep people from spiraling.
I know.
We've got another caller. Female named Maria. Bronx. She says she's been up all night. Maria, you're on Red Zone. Maria, talk to me. What's going on?
I haven't slept, sir. I'm sorry if I sound. My kids are asleep, and I'm sitting in the kitchen because the bedroom wall, it kept making noises all night.
It's okay. You're doing fine. What kind of noises?
Like scratching. Like something inside the wall. Not like a little mouse. It was like something big dragging. And then there was this smell for a little while. Like when you burn hair. Like something burned.
Burned hair smell. Okay. Did you call your landlord?
I called. Nobody picked up. I called again, and then around 4 in the morning I heard people in the hallway talking, like neighbors, and somebody said the super went down to the basement and came back up pale.
Did you go down there?
No, I'm not going down there. I'm not stupid. My building is old, okay? We've had rats, we've had roaches, we've had water coming through the ceiling, we've had everything. But this was different. This was like it was following the pipes.
Following the pipes?
Yeah, Like the scratching would be in the wall, and then it would stop, and then it would be above me, like in the ceiling, and then it would stop, and then it would be behind the fridge. And I'm sitting there thinking, how is that moving like that?
Maria, listen. Old buildings carry sound weird. Pipes echo. Something in one spot can sound like it's in another spot.
No, no, I know echoes. I've lived here 10 years. This was moving.
Okay. Did you hear anything else? Any voices? Any banging like construction?
Just this wet sound sometimes, like something rubbing.
All right. Maria, I want you to do something for me. I want you to keep your door locked. If you smell chemicals, sharp, throat-burning chemicals, get out. Take your kids and leave the building. Don't go into the basement, don't investigate, don't open walls. If you can, call 311 and report a possible gas leak or chemical smell. They take those seriously.
They're going to laugh at me.
No. Use the words chemical odor and possible leak. They won't laugh. They'll send someone.
Okay.
And Maria, if anything changes, if you hear something like tearing or if you see damage, call back, okay?
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Mike, that's the second time we've heard scratching.
It's also winter. Rats move when it gets cold.
You're still doing it.
Because the alternative is we start imagining something in the walls, and I'm not doing that at 6:22 in the morning with commuters listening.
Fine, but we're logging it.
We are logging it.
Another wire snippet just came across. MTA assessing emergency maintenance needs. That's vague. That's all it says.
MTA loves vague.
And the hospital thing? 3 hospitals is still sitting there like a weight. Chemical burns in 3 boroughs. That means either people are getting exposed in different locations or people are moving after being exposed.
If they got burned in one place and scattered to hospitals in different boroughs, that could happen. People don't go to the nearest ER. They go where they know. They go where their insurance is.
True, but it's still weird.
Another mention, this one's thin, maintenance crew found unconscious. That's still the most concrete thing tied to the subway. No fatalities reported, no official cause reported.
Yet.
Another listener text says they saw police near an abandoned warehouse in Red Hook. That lines up with the scanner mention.
Red Hook Warehouse is getting my attention because structural damage at an abandoned warehouse could mean squatters or a fire, but combined with chemical burn reports, maybe there was something stored there. Illegal dumping, old drums, something ruptured.
And if it ruptured, it could seep into tunnels.
That's speculation.
Yeah, but it's plausible.
All right, we're going to keep this hour moving. If you are in Brooklyn, near subway entrances, and you see closures, don't argue with transit workers, don't hop barriers, and don't go exploring. If you smell chemicals, leave. Basic stuff.
It's 6:31. More messages coming in about weird noises around industrial areas. Somebody says they heard something in their building's vents, like running.
Vents carry sound, again.
Again, but it's a lot of people saying the same kind of thing.
Which can happen when people are primed. You read a post, you listen to a broadcast, suddenly every creak becomes a signal. That's human nature.
You're not wrong. You're just... I hate this.
I hate it too.
Wait, another update. Not official, but a listener says they saw medical workers in masks outside a clinic in Queens.
We cannot verify that.
I know. I'm not declaring anything. I'm telling you what people are seeing.
And I'm telling people, don't treat rumors as instructions.
Mike, you keep saying don't spiral, but what if this is bigger than a spill?
If it is, we'll get there. But in the first hour, in the first 30 minutes, you don't jump to the end of the story. You don't.
Okay.
Another wireline. Local officials coordinating. That's it. No names, no agencies, no quotes.
That's nothing.
That's early morning bureaucratic language for we don't know what's happening, but we need to look like we're doing something.
Exactly.
It's 6:44 a.m. We're going to take one more update, and then we'll move into the next half hour.
This is from a listener near a Brooklyn industrial strip. They said they saw a truck with a symbol they didn't recognize. They thought it looked like a hazard label, but couldn't tell. And they said the street smelled like metal.
Smelled like metal could mean ozone, electrical fire, transformer.
Or chemicals.
Or chemicals. We're not ruling anything out. We're just not writing a movie in our heads.
I'm gonna say something, and I don't like saying it.
The places being mentioned, subway station, warehouse, basements, vents, these are places people don't see. These are hidden spaces. That means if something is happening there, it can grow before anybody notices. That's all.
That's a fair point, and that's why we're doing this. We're going to keep tracking, keep listening, and keep updating. It's 7 a.m. now, new hour, and I need you to hear this clearly. What we're seeing is no longer one incident in one corner. Reports are multiplying. We've got 6 different locations across the city with similar language tied to them. Structural damage, chemical burns, underground access, and emergency maintenance.
6 locations? Okay. That's not routine weirdness.
It's still possible it's a chain reaction of infrastructure issues. One line failure causes another. One chemical incident affects multiple sites. But the fact that it's spread out is changing the way you have to think about it.
We've got a caller lined up, James. He says he's an EMT and he responded to something at Grand Central. James is a male caller, so I'm taking it. James, you there? James, you're on Red Zone. Tell me what you saw.
I'm in the rig right now. Listen, I've been doing this 12 years, and I've never seen burns like that. Never.
What kind of burns?
Like chemical burns, but not like bleach, not like battery acid. The guy's coat had holes in it, like it ain't through. And the floor, God, the floor looked melted.
Melted?
Yeah, like someone poured something and it just ate the surface. Like it wasn't supposed to be possible.
James, where exactly were you?
Grand Central, lower level. We got called for somebody screaming. We get there and people are backing away like there's a live wire. And the victim, he's on the ground. He's holding his chest. He's yelling that something grabbed him.
Grabbed him?
Yeah. He kept saying it grabbed me from above. From above. Like, what does that mean? Above where? It's a ceiling. It's pipes.
Could he have been disoriented, shock, trauma?
That's what I told myself. But then I looked up and I saw... Look, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing the I saw a monster thing. I'm not. I saw damage up there. Like something slammed into the ceiling paneling. And there was this streak, like dark residue, and it stank.
Stank like what?
Like metal and something rotten.
Okay, what happened next?
PD showed up. MTA people showed up. And suddenly, everybody's telling us to back off, like we're the problem, like we're in the way. They put the victim on a stretcher. And then someone from, I don't know what agency, some guy with a badge I didn't recognize, tells us, you didn't see anything. You transport. You don't talk.
Did you transport?
Yeah, we took him. But when we got to the hospital, they had us go around back. They took him into a wing that was locked. Locked. Like a prison door.
James, are you okay?
I don't know. My partner keeps wiping her hands like she feels dirty. And we keep checking our gear like what if something got on us?
If you think you were exposed to something corrosive, report it. Get checked. Do not shrug that off.
I tried. They told us to stand by, like we're in line at a deli.
Okay, James, listen to me. If you feel burning, if you feel irritation, if your eyes are watering, if your throat is closing, you get help immediately. You do not wait for permission.
Yeah, okay.
And James, thank you. I know you probably shouldn't even be calling us.
People should know something's wrong.
I hear you. Be safe.
Grand Central. Melted floor. Holes in clothing.
Acid, without using the word acid. That's what that sounds like.
Or some industrial solvent. But the grabbed from above detail is...
Mike, don't dismiss it.
I'm not dismissing it. I'm trying to keep it inside the world. People panic and they misinterpret. But he saw ceiling damage. That's not nothing.
Social media is exploding with theories. Terrorism, illegal experiments, chemical weapons. People are posting maps. People are posting lists of confirmed sightings. None of it is vetted.
And that's where we get hurt, when people follow a fake map into danger.
MTA just announced sudden closure of 3 subway lines due to emergency maintenance.
3 lines.
No details, just emergency maintenance. That's the phrase again. And listeners are reporting they're being turned away from stations with almost no explanation.
Okay, that's bigger than a single incident.
I've been writing these down as we speak, the locations, the time, and Mike, I don't like this. I don't like it at all.
What are you seeing?
Incidents are clustering near underground infrastructure, tunnels, basements, old buildings with service access. Grand Central is basically an underground city. Brooklyn Station, Red Hook warehouses with basements, Lower Manhattan buildings with utility corridors.
Conglomerates.
It looks like whatever this is, if it's one thing, it's moving where we don't look.
Or it's being carried through those systems, like fumes, like runoff, like something in the air.
Then why holes in clothing?
Exactly.
Port Authority, there's a report that a section of a building is being evacuated. No details given, just people being moved out.
Port Authority getting involved means it's not just local.
And here's another line that just came in. First mention of missing persons. It says a security guard from the Brooklyn incident can't be found.
Missing as in walked off? Missing as in...
Missing as in nobody knows where he is.
That's the first human detail that makes my stomach turn.
Same.
Producer just handed me something. This is private, and I'm sharing it because it's relevant to the way hospitals are acting. My cousin works at one of the hospitals mentioned earlier. He texted, they're locking down certain wings.
Locking down wings?
That's what he wrote. Locking down certain wings. No explanation. Staff being told to keep doors closed. Security posted. People being moved.
That's quarantine behavior.
Or it's crowd control. Or it's protecting staff from exposure. But yes, it reads like containment.
Mike, are we behind the curve? Like, are we sitting here talking while they already know what it is?
I don't know. And not knowing is the worst part, because your brain fills in blanks.
We're going to stay with facts, but the facts are getting uglier.
We do have a brief emergency announcement. It's short, it's from NYPD. It asks the public to avoid affected areas and remain calm.
Remain calm is the line that makes people not calm.
I know, but listen, if you're in the city and you see a station closed, do not force entry. If you're in a building and there's a chemical smell, leave and report it. If you have burns or irritation, seek help. Don't wait.
I'm still thinking about that security guard.
Me too.
More listeners are saying they heard something in vents this morning. Not just creaking, they're saying movement.
People are primed.
Or something is happening.
Either way, we're going to keep the broadcast clean. No hysteria, no monster talk, just what we can confirm.
Mike, how do you explain melted floor without hysteria?
You explain it like James did. You say, I saw something I can't explain. That's it, and you keep breathing.
Okay.
It's 7:42 a.m. We're heading toward the top of the hour, and I'm going to say this carefully. What began as a weird subway incident is now a cluster of events across the city tied together by corrosive injury reports, structural damage, emergency maintenance closures, and increasingly aggressive containment behavior by agencies that are not explaining themselves.
What worries me is how the public is filling the silence with theories.
Which is why you should keep your eyes open, but don't go hunting for answers in a tunnel. Don't go down into a basement because you want to film something. Don't.
We have to end this hour with what we know.
Here's what we know. Multiple locations. Hazmat presence in Lower Manhattan. Unconscious maintenance crew at a Brooklyn subway station. Chemical burn patients in multiple boroughs. A report of structural damage at an abandoned warehouse in Red Hook. Emergency maintenance closures on subway lines. A missing security guard tied to one incident. Hospitals locking down wings.
And people reporting movement in walls and vents. Unconfirmed but widespread.
Unconfirmed but logged.
Logged.
It's 7:58 a.m. When we come into the next hour, we're going to keep tracking the closures, keep taking calls, and keep pushing for any official clarification. Something is happening in places most of us never see, and the worst part is how fast a normal morning can turn into something you can't recognize. Stay with us. It's 8 a.m., and I'm going to be honest with you. This is the point where a weird morning starts turning into something else. We've spent the last 2 hours trying to keep this anchored, trying to keep it inside the box of chemical spills, infrastructure failures, routine city chaos. But the reports are stacking in a way that doesn't fit clean anymore.
We're getting more messages from more neighborhoods, and they're not all saying the same thing, but they're circling the same themes: damage, burns, closures, people missing, and now we're getting a whole new category of reports.
Ventilation, building systems, basements, places where you can't see what's happening.
And the reason that matters is because if something is moving through those spaces, it can be everywhere before anyone knows how to name it.
All right, we're going to do this carefully. We are not going to make a claim we can't back up. We're going to lay out what we have, and we're going to tell you exactly what's confirmed and what's just coming in.
The first thing, there's a building superintendent named Carlos calling in. He says there's major damage in a basement ceiling. He's male, so I'm taking this call. Carlos, you're on Red Zone. Carlos, talk to me. Where are you calling from?
I'm at the building right now. I'm the super. Listen, I don't call radio stations, I don't do this, but nobody is answering, and I got tenants screaming at me like I did this.
Slow down. Tell me what happened.
Basement. We got a basement level with storage and the boiler room. This morning, I go down there because somebody tells me there's a smell, and I see there's a hole in the ceiling. Not like a crack, a hole.
A hole how big?
Big enough I can see the pipes bent. Concrete is busted like it got punched from the other side, and there's burned spots around it.
Burned spots?
Like something ate it, like it wasn't just smashed, like it was burned through. Concrete, I'm telling you, concrete is 6 inches thick. It's got holes burned through it.
Carlos, is there anyone hurt?
Not yet, I don't think, but people are coming down there because they're curious. I'm trying to stop them. I'm trying to keep them upstairs.
Keep them upstairs. Lock the basement door if you can.
I tried. The lock is old and... Look, I'm not handy with welding, okay? I'm a building guy. I fix leaks. I change light bulbs. I don't know what to do with a hole in the concrete ceiling like that.
Carlos, did you call emergency services?
I called, and you know what they said? They said, we're aware of multiple incidents. Remain where you are. What does that mean? Remain where I am? In the building with the hole?
That's not helpful.
And I'm hearing things. I'm hearing something moving in the walls down there.
Moving where?
In the wall by the boiler, like something sliding, and then it stops, and then it starts again somewhere else. And I know what rats sound like. I know what pipes sound like. This is heavier.
Carlos, listen to me. Do not go back down there alone. Keep people away from that basement. If you smell anything sharp, chemical, or if anyone has irritation, eyes, throat, get them out of the building and call for help again.
They're not coming fast.
Then you do what you can. Keep your tenants upstairs. Keep them together. And Carlos, this is important. No one should touch anything that looks wet or burned or corroded. Do you understand?
Yeah, I understand.
All right. Stay safe. Call back if things change.
Okay.
A hole burned through concrete. That's not a normal gas leak story.
And he used the exact kind of language we've heard from the EMT call earlier. Holes, corrosion, damage that doesn't match what you expect from the material.
If there's a corrosive agent involved, it could do things that look impossible to a person seeing it the first time.
Sure, but the moving in the walls thing is spreading. It's showing up in too many calls and texts now.
Which could still be mass suggestion.
Or it could be the real part that everyone's too scared to say out loud.
All right, here's what else is happening. Reports are coming in about people hearing movement in ventilation systems across multiple buildings. That's not one person, that's multiple neighborhoods.
And a cell phone video is going viral right now. We are not going to pretend we can verify it, and we're not going to embellish what we can't see clearly, but it's blurry footage of something moving through a warehouse at a speed that makes people's brains go, nope, that's not right.
Blurry footage can be anything.
I know, but it's feeding fear, and fear is already high.
Alert. We're also getting a report. Construction workers at Hudson Yards. 3 workers saying a coworker was snatched into an air duct.
Into an air duct?
That's the phrase. Again, we do not have an official statement confirming it, but multiple listeners are citing it, and it's appearing in those early dispatch-style updates.
People don't just get pulled into an air duct. That's not...
That's why it's alarming. That's why it's on our radar, but we are not going to declare what it means.
Mike, this is where I'm struggling. We're trying to be responsible, and I respect that, but if people are being hurt and we're telling them don't spiral, are we doing enough to warn them?
We warn them with practical advice. Stay out of basements, stay out of closed subway lines. Don't chase this, don't go looking. Pay attention to official closures. That's responsible.
Okay.
And now, this is the first time we've heard anything that even resembles a government statement beyond remain calm. It's brief. It says they are investigating possible industrial contamination and residents should remain indoors in affected zones.
Remain indoors in affected zones means they've identified zones.
It means they think staying inside reduces exposure. That suggests airborne irritant, chemical agent, something you can breathe in.
But how does that connect to people missing from hospital rooms?
That's the next piece, and it's the one that's making my skin crawl.
Reading. Hospitals reporting patients going missing from rooms. Security footage shows nothing.
That's not a normal sentence.
Security footage shows nothing. Either the footage is missing, or it's blocked, or it shows something they can't explain and they're not releasing it.
Or the reports are incomplete.
Mike, a patient doesn't vanish from a hospital room without somebody noticing, not unless the hospital is chaos.
And hospitals are already acting like it's chaos.
Reading. I just got a text from a friend near Times Square. She says everyone's running, cops everywhere.
Times Square. She's not a dramatic person. She's not a I saw something and I'm making it up person. She's saying police presence is heavy and people are moving like they're trying to get away from something.
Okay, that's a major location. That's not an isolated incident.
And police scanner traffic is intensifying. We're seeing more requests for backup, mentions of casualties, mentions of unknown threat.
Unknown threat. That's a phrase that usually stays inside departments. When it leaks out, it means they don't have a label to give their own people.
And we've got an officer calling in, Officer Rodriguez. He's male, so I'm taking the call. Officer Rodriguez, you're on red zone. Are you safe right now?
Officer, tell me where you are.
I'm at 42nd and 8th. We got called for a disturbance, and then it turned into something else. Listen, I'm not supposed to be calling, but I need somebody to hear this.
I hear you. Tell me what you saw.
I saw it. Black, fast, moving on the wall like gravity doesn't exist.
Moving on the wall.
Wall and ceiling. It was up there. We had civilians screaming, and then it dropped, just dropped, and it took someone.
Officer, what do you mean, took someone?
Grabbed him and dragged him into the subway entrance, like it knew where it was going, like it wasn't confused, like it had a plan.
How big?
Bigger than a man, taller than a man, maybe 7 feet? Hard to tell because it moved so fast, but it wasn't an animal, not like any animal I ever saw. It looked wrong, like metal and skin together.
Officer, are you injured?
No, but one of my guys, we tried to fire and it moved before we could aim. And then, listen, when it got hit, something sprayed.
Sprayed what?
Liquid. It hit the pavement and it smoked. It ate the pavement. We had to back off. We couldn't even get close.
Okay. Officer, I need you to listen to me. If anything touched you, your uniform, your skin, your eyes, get medical attention immediately.
They're telling us to hold position. They're telling us to wait for specialized units. But we don't have specialized for this.
What are they telling you it is?
They're not telling us anything. They're using words like unknown threat, like that helps. We need military down here. This is not a police situation.
Are civilians still in the area?
They're trying to clear it, but it's Times Square. People don't move clean. People freeze. People pull out phones. People scream. And this thing moves like it's hunting.
Officer Rodriguez, stay alive. And if you can, keep people out of subway entrances.
We're trying.
Thank you for calling.
Yeah.
Metal and skin together. 7 feet. Wall and ceiling movement. Corrosive liquid.
That's not rats. That's not a chemical spill. Mike, what is that?
We do not know, but we have now crossed into eyewitness territory that matches other elements. Corrosive damage, injuries that look like chemical burns, movement through hidden spaces.
And it took a person into the subway entrance. That's the part I can't get past.
Neither can I.
What do you tell people now?
You tell them, avoid subway entrances, avoid tunnels, avoid basements, stay indoors if you are told to. Do not go toward crowds running. If you see police clearing an area, you clear it too.
That's not enough if it's in the walls.
It's what we've got.
Mike, are we in danger in this studio? We're in a city. We're in a building. We have vents too.
We do, and we're going to start treating that seriously without theatrics. We keep the doors secured. We keep staff aware. We do not leave this building alone, and we keep broadcasting as long as we can.
As long as we can.
It's 8:36 a.m. We're heading toward 9, and I want to say this. If you are listening outside New York and you're thinking that's a city problem, remember, cities are connected. Transit connects. Trade connects. People move. If you see unusual closures and you smell chemicals, don't ignore it because you think it's someone else's disaster.
And don't go underground to check it out. I can't believe we even have to say that.
People do it. People chase danger for a story.
When they're the first ones gone.
All right. We're going to take a breath. We're going to log what we've got, and we're going into the next hour with the reality that we are not dealing with routine. It's 9 a.m., and the tone has changed outside this studio. You can feel it in the messages. You can feel it in the way people are describing what they're seeing. The denial is breaking. The city is starting to respond like it knows it's behind.
We're getting consistent descriptions now. Not from one person, from multiple callers and messages. Black, fast, hard-looking, moving on walls, and the same warning about corrosive liquid.
And now, this is confirmed. We're seeing military vehicles entering Manhattan. National Guard deployment has been confirmed.
National Guard? That's not a maintenance issue.
No, it isn't. When you see Guard in the streets, it means someone decided this is bigger than local control.
People are sending us descriptions. They're saying it looks biomechanical. That's the word a lot of people are using, like part machine, part living.
We are going to be careful with that word, because it's a word that can become a fantasy. But I can't ignore that it's appearing over and over in descriptions.
Social media is flooded with videos. Most are too dark, too shaky. You can hear screaming, you can hear panic, but you can't always see what they're screaming at.
Which means people will fill in the picture with whatever terrifies them most.
And the government is not filling in the picture at all.
Here's something official. Mandatory evacuation of Lower Manhattan and parts of Brooklyn has been announced. Lower Manhattan and parts of Brooklyn. That's massive.
That's people's homes, that's businesses, that's hospitals, that's everything.
If you are in those zones and you are told to evacuate, you do it. You do not wait for a second announcement. You do not argue. You do not treat it like maybe. You go.
Hospitals are declaring emergency protocols. No new admissions, existing patients being relocated.
That means they're trying to reduce exposure, or they're trying to keep something from spreading inside.
Subway system is completely shut down citywide.
Completely.
MTA workers are reporting infestations in tunnels. That's their word. Infestations.
Infestation implies multiple organisms, not one.
And now, first reports of smaller creatures, crab-like things attacking faces.
Okay, stop. Repeat that.
That's the wording we're seeing. Smaller, crab-like organisms leaping, attaching to faces. Again, early reporting, but it's coming from multiple sources.
If that's true, it changes everything, because that suggests a method of spreading. That suggests...
infection.
Yeah.
We have a caller, female, Dr. Sarah Chan from NYU Medical. She wants to speak, so you're taking it, Mike.
Dr. Chen, your own red zone. I need you to understand. Anything you say, people will hear. If you're choosing to speak, I want you safe. Are you safe right now?
I'm in a stairwell because the hallways are chaos. I don't know if I'm safe. I'm a trauma surgeon. I've seen everything. But this is not something I can even put into words and still feel like I'm being honest.
Try. What happened?
We received a patient from an incident, burns, severe internal trauma, and he was he was panicking, saying something was inside him. We thought it was delusion. We thought he was in shock. We sedated him. We stabilized him as best we could.
Okay.
And then his chest moved, like something pushed outward, like something was trying to get out.
Doctor.
It erupted. It burst out of his chest. It came out living, fast, and it didn't act like an animal confused in a room. It acted like it knew exactly what to do.
What did it do?
It moved like lightning. It killed 2 nurses. 2! Before security even understood what they were looking at. And when someone tried to strike it, there was a spray. Corrosive, burning. People started screaming because their skin...
Chemical burns.
Yes. And the worst part is, this isn't one. We have multiple patients showing signs of something inside them, and we can't keep them all contained. We can't. We are a hospital, not a fortress.
Dr. Chen, listen to me. Are they evacuating?
They're trying to relocate patients, but where do you relocate to when the city is shutting down? They're telling us to follow protocols like we're in a normal outbreak. This isn't normal.
What are you telling people to do?
Leave. If you can leave, leave the affected zones. Do not go underground. Do not go into tunnels. Do not go into basements. And if you see one of those small things, if you see it, do not try to grab it with your hands. It is stronger than it looks, and it moves too fast.
Doctor, you said small things. You've seen them?
We saw one attached to a patient's face when they came in. We tried to remove it. We couldn't. It gripped like a vice. Its tail wrapped around the neck and squeezed.
Okay.
We need to evacuate the hospital now. Not later, now.
Dr. Chen, I'm sorry you're living this. Please get to safety.
If I leave, people die.
And if you stay and you're taken, more people die. You need to survive to help, please.
I have to go.
Thank you for calling. Be safe.
Chest burst open.
Yeah.
Mike, I don't think we're allowed to pretend this is a spill anymore.
We're not pretending, we're adjusting.
Multiple callers are describing the same type of creature. Black, fast, elongated head, hard-looking body. The descriptions vary, but the overlaps are too strong to ignore.
And the emergency announcement, this is confirmed. Military quarantine zone established. Shoot on sight orders for hostile organisms.
Shoot on sight in New York City?
If the government is saying hostile organisms and giving shoot on sight orders, it means they have seen enough to decide it's not something you negotiate with.
It also means there are multiple.
Yes.
Mike, I'm seeing messages saying it's happening in Chicago and Houston.
That's not confirmed.
I know, but it's spreading as a claim, and even the possibility, just the possibility, changes how people hear everything we say.
We're not going to declare national spread without confirmation, but we are going to say this. If you are outside New York and you are hearing reports of corrosive injuries, underground closures, and unknown organisms, do not dismiss them as internet nonsense. Pay attention to local advisories.
The system is overwhelmed already.
And we are now in the phase where the response ramps up and still feels too small.
People are going to start running.
Yes, and running blindly gets you hurt. If you evacuate, do it with purpose. Keep families together. Don't split up in crowds. Stay above ground.
And if the subway is shut down, do not try to sneak into it. It's shut down for a reason.
It's 9:54 a.m. We are watching a city enter lockdown conditions in real time. National Guard in the streets. Subway shut down. Evacuations underway. Reports of multiple hostile organisms, large and small, and injuries that look corrosive. If you are listening, remain indoors in affected zones if instructed. Avoid underground infrastructure. Stay alert. And stay with us, because the next hour is going to tell us whether this is containment or the start of something that can't be contained. It's 10 a.m., and if you're just tuning in right now, I need you to understand the city you woke up in is not the city you're standing in anymore. We've moved from closures and confusing reports into full movement. Evacuations, barricades, and people trying to get out all at once.
The messages are coming in like a flood. People saying the bridges are jammed, people saying tunnels are blocked, people saying they're leaving cars on the roads because nothing's moving. And that's not exaggeration. Multiple listeners are describing the exact same thing.
We're hearing evacuation routes are gridlocked, bridges and tunnels jammed, people abandoning cars. And if you think that sounds dramatic, picture the worst rush hour you've ever seen, then strip away the normal rules that keep it from turning into a stampede.
We also have confirmed military activity, perimeter behavior, blocked access, people getting turned around, and we're hearing helicopters overhead in multiple areas.
We're not going to play guessing games. We're going to talk about what we know. Lower Manhattan and parts of Brooklyn have evacuation orders. Subway is shut down citywide. Hospitals are on emergency protocols. And there are reports, credible, repeated, of hostile organisms and smaller ones that attach to faces.
And the biggest thing right now is people don't know where safe is. People hear evacuate and think run, but run where when the exits are clogged?
Firm. If you're in an evacuation zone and you can leave, you leave. If you're not in an evacuation zone, don't create chaos by driving into one to check on it. Keep roads open for emergency vehicles. That's not a slogan, that's survival math.
We're getting reports that the Brooklyn Bridge is blocked, that police and military are controlling access, and multiple listeners are saying they've been turned around even when they're trying to leave.
That suggests they're not just controlling entry, they're controlling movement.
Like they're trying to keep something from crossing lines.
Exactly.
And this is turning into a systems problem. Power flickers in some blocks, cell reception is spotty in others. People are saying they can't get calls through.
That's important, because when cell networks fail and internet becomes unreliable, radio becomes one of the few things that still reaches people. And I don't say that like we're heroes. I say it because it's reality.
Mike, I'm getting texts from friends saying the streets feel like a disaster movie. People pulling suitcases, people carrying kids, people screaming because they heard something behind them, and nobody knows what's rumor and what's real.
Which is why we keep it clean. We speak in facts and in practical guidance.
Okay, then the facts. We're getting new reports of nests or hives discovered in subway stations, that cocooned victims have been found alive.
Cocooned victims? Alive?
That's the wording. People wrapped up, stuck, but alive. That implies purpose.
It implies these organisms are not randomly attacking. It implies a process.
A process that uses people.
Yes.
And now we're getting repeated descriptions from witnesses about acid blood, that when one of the large organisms is injured or killed, the liquid causes damage, burns, holes in floors, collateral destruction.
Which makes fighting it in a city a nightmare, because every shot, every strike risks spraying something corrosive onto people and structures.
That's why we're hearing conventional weapons aren't working well, that they can injure it, but the aftermath hurts everyone nearby.
And now, this is personal, and I'm going to say it because it's driving what we do next. Our recurring caller, Maria, is calling back. She's female, so I'm taking this entire call. Maria, you're on Red Zone. Maria, are you safe? Maria, where are you right now?
I'm in my apartment. I'm in the bedroom closet with my kids. I don't know what to do. They're in the building now.
When you say they, Maria, tell me what you mean.
The things, the ones people are talking about. The hallway. There was screaming. My neighbor tried to run. I heard her screaming and then it stopped. Just stopped. And then I heard something dragging, like nails on tile, but heavier.
Maria, listen to my voice. Stay quiet. Keep your kids quiet. Don't move around if you don't have to.
I can hear them breathing, like this wet breathing, and sometimes this clicking. I don't know if it's pipes or, oh God, Mike, they're in the walls. I can hear it in the walls again.
Maria, do you have a way out? A fire escape? A stairwell?
The stairwell is where the screaming came from. I'm not going out there. I'm not.
Okay, then you stay put. You barricade your door if you can. Quietly. Use furniture if it's already in place. Don't drag heavy things across the floor if it makes noise.
The smell is back. That sharp smell. It's like it burns my nose.
If you smell that, Maria, you need to protect your breathing. Do you have towels? Do you have anything you can wet with water and hold over your mouth and your kids' mouths?
I have a blanket.
Use it. Keep them low. If the smell gets worse, you may have to move, but you move only if you're sure the hallway is clear. Do you understand?
Help isn't coming, is it?
I can't promise you help is coming fast. The city is overwhelmed, but staying alive is the goal right now. Quiet, hidden, together.
My kids keep asking me why we're in the closet. I don't know what to tell them.
Tell them it's a storm drill. Tell them it's a safety game where the quietest wins. Give them something to focus on. Count their breaths with them. Anything that keeps them calm.
I hear it near the door.
Maria, do not speak louder. If you can, put the phone down. Keep it close and only whisper if you must.
Okay.
Maria, stay with me as long as you can. If you need to stop talking, stop talking. We'll still be here.
It's scratching. On the door.
Maria.
Please. Please.
Maria, listen. Hold your kids. Stay still. If the door opens, do not run into the hallway unless you see a clear exit. Sometimes noise draws them. Do you understand me?
Yes.
Okay. You're not alone. Keep breathing.
Mike?
I know.
It stopped. It stopped.
Good. Stay still.
I'm so scared.
I know. Just keep your kids close. We're going to keep talking if you can. If you can't, you stay quiet and you stay alive.
Okay.
All right. We'll be here.
That was a human being whispering from a closet.
That's what this is now.
We've also got reports that evacuation routes are collapsing into gridlock. People leaving cars, people walking across bridges, people pushing strollers through traffic, and the military's trying to set perimeters that people keep pressing against.
Which is how you get crush injuries, fights, people getting separated. If you're in a crowd, keep your family physically connected. Hold hands. Tie a scarf between wrists if you have to. Do not rely on phones to find each other.
Mike, my family's in Queens. They texted they were trying to evacuate.
Jenny.
They're on the Grand Central Parkway. They say traffic's not moving, not inching, not moving. And I'm telling them, what do you tell them? Leave the car and run with my little brother? With my mom?
Jenny, breathe. Tell them to stay above ground. Tell them not to go into tunnels. Tell them to move away from subway entrances and basement access points. If they can safely get off the road and into a building that's secure, they do that, but they do not go underground.
I told them that. I told them. And my mom said, where do we go? And I didn't have an answer.
The answer is away from the known hot zones and away from underground access. Parks, open streets, places with visibility. I know that sounds ridiculous in a city, but visibility matters.
I can't reach them now. My texts aren't going through.
That's the network strain. It's happening to everyone.
And now we're getting reports of power outages in affected areas, that the organisms are damaging electrical infrastructure.
Which means darkness in stairwells, darkness in basements, darkness where you don't want darkness.
Cell networks failing, internet spotty, calls dropping.
We're going to keep repeating this. If you're listening, conserve battery. Don't waste power refreshing feeds. Use radio if you can. Use brief texts instead of long calls. Keep your phone on low power. This is basic disaster practice.
Witness is describing the creature's acid blood again. Killing one causes severe collateral damage. That's consistent.
That suggests the organisms are biologically weaponized against being attacked, or they evolved that way. Either way, it makes close quarters combat a losing game.
And here's another key point. Military attempting to fight back, but conventional weapons proving limited effectiveness.
If bullets don't drop it clean, then you have people firing in city streets, in buildings, in stairwells, and every miss is a tragedy.
And now, on mainstream news, the word alien has been used.
That is the first time I've heard that word used by any major outlet today. And I don't know if that's responsible, but it tells you something. The normal explanations are collapsing.
People are going to hear alien and they're going to lose their minds.
Which is why we don't lean into it. We stick to behavior, avoid underground infrastructure, avoid crowds, keep families together, listen to evacuation instructions.
It's almost noon, and we're entering the next phase, daylight.
It's 12 p.m., and the theory that these attacks are limited to the dark, if anybody was clinging to that, it's gone. We're getting reports of attacks in broad daylight.
Which means there's no wait until morning and you'll be safe. Morning is here, sun is up, and it's still happening.
Reports are coming in from other major cities. Los Angeles, Chicago, Houston. Similar language, similar fear, similar pattern. Incidents near underground infrastructure. Rapid escalation and confusion turning into panic.
That's the part that makes your stomach drop, because you can tell yourself this is a New York thing, and then you hear Chicago, you hear Houston, you hear LA, and suddenly it's not a city story, it's an American story.
We do not have full confirmations for every claim being thrown around online, but we do have enough consistent reporting that we can say there are serious incidents being reported beyond New York City. That's not rumor anymore. That's the shape of what's happening.
And now we have a CDC emergency broadcast warning of a parasitic organism with a rapid reproduction cycle.
Parasitic organism. That matches what the doctor described earlier. That matches the smaller creatures attaching to faces. That matches the reports of people being used.
It also means infection, not in the flu sense, in the sense of something entering you.
We're also hearing from witnesses describing dozens of creatures moving together, hive behavior, organized movement.
Not random, coordinated.
And that changes the response, because you can't treat it like a lone predator. You can't treat it like a freak accident. If it moves in groups, if it builds nesting sites, then it's a spreading, multiplying event.
We've lost contact with a field reporter who was near an evacuation zone.
That's not something we say lightly, but the station's attempting to reach them and can't. And with networks failing, it's hard to know if it's technical or if it's worse.
Either way, people on the ground are disappearing into the noise.
We're also hearing the military is using flamethrowers, and that it's the only weapon proving somewhat effective.
Flamethrowers? In American streets?
Fire doesn't care about acid blood the same way a bullet does. If those reports are accurate, they're trying to burn nests, burn corridors, burn anything that can't be cleaned.
Which means collateral damage. It means people losing homes, losing blocks, losing everything.
It means the response is shifting from protect the city to deny the city.
Social media is showing footage of an inner jaw attack. People are describing it. I'm not going to sensationalize it. But it's spreading fast, and it's making people panic because the behavior is so violent, so direct.
And the government's attempt to control information is failing, because too many civilians are uploading, too many angles, too many phones. You can't clamp down when the whole country is watching clips appear faster than officials can speak.
Which means misinformation spreads too.
Yes, which means, again, do not follow random instructions online. Follow local authorities. Follow evacuation orders. Avoid underground.
We have recurring caller James back on the line. He's male, so I'm taking him. James, you're on red zone. James? Where are you? James, talk to me.
I'm in the ambulance. We're moving, but I don't even know where we're going because everywhere is clogged. My partner, Lisa, one of those smaller things jumped on her face.
James, slow down. Is it still on her?
Yes, we tried to pull it off. We tried, okay? We tried like idiots, because what else do you do when you see something on someone's face? But the tail, it wrapped around her neck. It squeezed. It's still on her. She's unconscious.
Is she breathing?
Barely. I can see her chest moving, but it's shallow. And the thing, it's like it's doing something, like it's forcing something down her throat.
James.
And we can't stop it. We can't stop it. It's strong, like machinery. And I'm looking at her and thinking she's dying, and I can't even help her.
James, listen to me. If you have any protective gear, gloves, face shield, use it. Do not touch it with bare hands. Do you hear me?
I hear you, but what am I supposed to do? Just watch?
You keep her alive. You keep her airway as clear as you can without putting your face near that organism. And you get to a medical facility that is still operational and equipped. If the CDC is broadcasting, then they have protocols. Someone is setting up intake points.
The roads, Jenny. The roads are a parking lot. People are out of their cars. They're running. We're trying to weave and we can't.
Where are you right now?
Near an exit I don't even know. Signs are blocked by trucks, and I'm hearing people screaming outside the rig like something's chasing them.
James, keep your doors locked.
They're banging on the side. They're yelling for help. I can't open it, can I? I can't.
You can't risk your partner and yourself. You can't. If you open that door and something gets in, you lose everything.
I'm a medic. I'm supposed to help people.
And you are helping by staying alive long enough to help again. James, listen. Keep moving. Find a route. Use side streets if you can. And keep your radio on for official guidance.
I'm losing signal.
James, stay with me. James!
It's still on her. Jenny, I can't. If it...
James, can you hear me?
Jenny,
James, talk to me. James!
the network's failing.
I lost him.
That's the reality now. Calls drop, messages fail. People vanish into silence, and you don't know if they're dead or just out of range.
Mike, I can't reach my parents anymore.
Stay focused. People are listening to us. They're scared. They need something steady.
For what? To tell them there's nowhere safe?
To tell them what we can. To keep them from walking into tunnels because they think that's shelter. To keep them from doing the wrong thing fast.
I'm trying.
I know you are.
I'm so tired.
We're all tired, and it's only noon.
Mike, if this is in LA, Chicago, Houston, then what does evacuate even mean? Where do you go?
You go where there's daylight, visibility, distance from underground systems, and some level of order. You go away from dense infrastructure. That's the best guidance we could offer without inventing facts.
And if you can't go anywhere,
Then you secure where you are. You stay above ground. You limit noise. You keep watch. You conserve resources. You don't do anything that gets you noticed.
like Maria in a closet.
Like Maria in a closet.
The phrase rapid reproduction cycle keeps ringing in my head.
Because if that's true, every hour matters.
And every hour we lose communication, we lose coordination.
It's 12:58 p.m. We've crossed into daylight attacks. Reports now extend beyond New York into other major American cities. CDC has issued an emergency warning about a parasitic organism with rapid reproduction. Witnesses describe hive behavior and coordinated movement. Military is reportedly using fire as a primary weapon. And our own lines, our phones, are starting to fail. If you're listening, stay above ground. Avoid tunnels, basements, subway entrances. Keep your people close. And if your phone goes silent, don't assume help is coming through it. Use what still works. Use radio. Stay with us. It's 1 p.m., and I need to say this plainly. Whatever perimeter you heard about this morning, whatever containment line you pictured in your head, it's not holding the way people hoped it would. We're getting reports that the quarantine has been breached.
The language coming in now is different. It's not incident. It's not maintenance. It's not even outbreak, which is a word people have been afraid to use. It's containment failure. It's breach. It's evacuate.
Military quarantine has been breached. Creatures, those are the words being used in multiple reports, seen outside the Manhattan perimeter. That's what changes the entire math of the day.
Because if they're outside the perimeter, then this isn't just a controlled zone. It's a spreading event, and people who thought they were outside the problem are now inside it.
Governor has declared a state of emergency for the entire New York state. That's official.
Entire state?
That's not symbolism. That's logistics. That's resources. That's authorization for the Guard, for emergency measures, for shutting down roads.
And here's the next thing, an evacuation order for the entire NYC metro area. 8 million people being told to flee.
That's not an evacuation. That's a migration under pressure.
Airports are overwhelmed, and now the FAA is grounding flights, East Coast flights being halted.
If flights are grounded, then people can't just fly out. Roads are jammed, trains aren't running, subways are shut down, the normal exits are gone.
That's when panic turns into stampede.
We're also hearing reports that reproduction is exponential, that the life cycle is being measured in hours, not days.
Hours.
And a report from a listener claims extreme measures are being used, neighborhood firebombing, allegedly to stop spread. We do not have full confirmation of every detail, but the pattern fits what we're seeing, fire being used as a tool. If they're burning neighborhoods, it means they've decided saving the whole is worth sacrificing parts. That is a line you don't cross lightly.
We're also seeing station power fluctuations, not from inside the building, regional issues, lights flickering in some areas, and it's being attributed to strain and damage to infrastructure.
Which means if you're listening on battery power, conserve it. If you have a generator, use it carefully and safely. Keep fuel, keep ventilation. This is not the moment to be careless with fumes.
Mike, you got a message.
Yeah, I did.
Do you want to say it?
I have confirmation my neighborhood, Astoria, is now affected. That's my home.
I'm sorry, Mike.
I don't even know what sorry means anymore. But thank you.
We have a caller, male, named Tom, from the Bronx. I'm taking it. Tom, you're on Red Zone. Tom, where are you right now?
Tom, talk to me.
I'm on the highway shoulder. I don't even know what highway. It's just cars everywhere. People standing outside like they forgot how to drive, and I'm looking back at my neighborhood and it's gone.
What do you mean gone?
They bombed my street. Jets. I saw them. I heard them, and then the fire. Like a wall of it. They said it was the only way to stop them. My whole neighborhood is gone. I watched it burn from the highway.
I'm sorry. Tom, are you telling me the government is bombing American neighborhoods?
What else can they do? These things, you can't stop them. You shoot them and then their blood eats the street. You hit them and it burns through your hands. They climb like they don't care about gravity. They take people underground, and then more show up.
Did you see them yourself?
I saw one on a building, like it was hanging sideways, like that was normal. And then I saw the smaller ones too. I saw one jump at a guy's face, and he fell like somebody cut his strings.
Tom, how close are you to the city right now?
Too close. I'm trying to go north. Everyone's trying to go north, but the roads, Jenny, the roads don't move. And now people are saying there's things on the cars, like they're climbing along the sides.
If you see anything on vehicles, anything moving, do not get out and stand beside your car. Get inside, lock your doors. Stay above ground. Stay in open view if you can.
Open view, like that matters. They're everywhere.
It matters because tunnels and basements are worse. If you can stay in daylight, stay in daylight. Tom, do you have family with you?
My mom's in the back seat. She can't walk far. And my sister, she got separated in the crowd near the bridge earlier. I can't even call her. I can't do anything.
I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry. Tell people to stop going underground. Tell them to stop hiding in subways. That's where they are. That's where they're nesting. People think it's shelter, and it's not.
I will. Tom, get moving whenever the road gives you an opening. Keep your doors locked and stay alive.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you for calling.
Neighborhoods burning, perimeters failing. This has shifted from emergency response into war footing.
And now there are whispers of a federal government considering the nuclear option.
I'm not going to speculate beyond what's being reported. Discussions of extreme measures. People tossing around words they never thought they'd hear used on American soil.
Mike, if they can't stop it with fire, what do they do?
They try to slow it. They try to buy time. That's all anyone can do when the growth curve is faster than the response.
And the response is getting scattered because communication is failing. People are losing internet. Phones are unreliable. Air travel is shut down. Roads are jammed.
Which is why radio matters. If you have a radio, keep it. If you don't, and you find one, keep it. This isn't comfort, this is coordination.
It's 1:52 p.m.
And we're heading into the next hour with a city trying to evacuate while the thing they're evacuating from is moving faster than traffic. It's 2 p.m., and we have new information that changes how you understand these organisms. The military is reporting, through leaks, through briefings, through the language that's reaching us, that these attacks are organized.
Organized as in packs, coordinated movement, not random violence, not confused animals.
Hunting in packs, coordinating attacks. That's the wording coming out of military intelligence mentions.
Which means you're not dealing with one creature that wandered into a building. You're dealing with multiple, working like a system.
Nesting sites are being identified in major infrastructure hubs. Grand Central, Penn Station, subway nexus points.
So the thing we were warning about all morning, underground infrastructure, is confirmed as a central problem.
Scientists on emergency broadcasts are theorizing hive structure, the possibility of a central queen organism.
A queen, like insects.
It's a theory, but the behavior supports the idea of hierarchy. If reproduction is rapid, if nesting is coordinated, then there's likely a structure.
And here's what's happening inside our world right now in this station. The building is under threat. Reports of creatures detected in basement levels.
Staff is beginning evacuation.
Not everyone. Not yet.
Let's be clear, this is not bravado. This is practical. We have listeners who cannot see what we can see on the wire. They cannot hear what's being said across channels. If we go silent, people lose one of the last lines of information.
Our station manager is telling staff to leave if they can. Keep families safe. And the core crew is staying as long as we can.
And I need to say this. If we end up losing connection, it may not be because someone chose to shut us off. It may be because power fails. It may be because the building becomes unsafe. We are not promising anything beyond the next minute.
But we're here right now.
We're here right now.
Recurring caller Maria tried to get through again.
I know.
And then, nothing. She went silent.
We don't know what happened. We don't. But her building was in one of the areas where reports were escalating, and if you listened earlier, you heard her. You heard her trying to keep her kids quiet. If you're listening now and you prayed for her, keep praying. That's all we can say without inventing a story.
Reports now say infected humans gestate new creatures in 2 to 4 hours.
2 to 4 hours. That is the curve that breaks systems. That's why hospitals can't contain. That's why perimeters fail. Because even if you win one fight, the timeline keeps generating more fights.
Military communications suggest retreat to secondary defensive positions, NYC being abandoned.
Abandoned is the word that makes it real. Not evacuated, not cleared. Abandoned.
Internet is largely down. Radio is becoming primary communication for survivors.
Then hear this. Avoid subway systems. Avoid tunnels. Avoid basements. Do not hide in underground transit stations. Those spaces are being used as hives.
And if you're traveling, stay in groups. Stay in open areas where you can see approaches. Don't isolate. Don't split up.
We're now in survival rules. Not commuter rules. Survival rules.
Mike, I don't think the building is safe.
We're monitoring. We're securing doors. We're keeping